What's up, guys? Welcome back to yet another episode of Holla Me over here with me, Stacey Candy. So for today, we are still going to do a requested video by one of you, Kenya Escapades. She's also a YouTuber, so I'm going to link her channel below in the description box. You can check her out. So she requested for how I make my fries, and I'm going to show you two ways. The first one is the simple one, which I always use because I don't have time to go for the longer method. And then the second one is the longer method, which I rarely do it unless if I want to cook the next day and I have to preserve it for some time in the freezer. So without much further ado, we are going to go straight in and begin making the fries. And remember, if you haven't subscribed, this is the festive season and we're going to be having 2 videos per week on Wednesday and Friday. So remember to click the subscribe button, subscribe, and the bell notification to get notified whenever I post anything new on the channel. And remember to tell a friend that this festive season we are going to be having meals. We're going to enjoy ourselves, so tell a friend to come here and get some meals and recipes which they're going to prepare during the Christmas season. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below after watching the video which method you prefer going with. And remember, you can always tag me with your photos of the meals you prepare on Instagram at Stacey Candy. So without much further ado, karibuni, twende jikoni, twende tukapike. Begin by first peeling your potatoes, and the amount of potatoes you're going to use will depend on the amount of fries or chips you're going to make. So for mine, I use just very few potatoes, which is about like that small container they use in the market when you're buying. So the one for about 50 bob, so not a lot. Once you're done peeling your potatoes, next you're going to wash and rinse off the potatoes, keeping in mind that potatoes are tuber crops, so that means they're from underground, meaning they carry a lot of soil with them, so you don't want to skip this step. This is very important for cleanliness when you're making your fries. Next, we're going to begin slicing our potatoes into thin round shapes before we begin slicing them into fry-like shapes. This is because it makes it easier to have finer shapes of the fries at the end, but also if you have a fry cutter, you can use it. It's much more easier and better in terms of removing better shapes. Once you have all your potatoes sliced into round shapes, next you're just going to cut the potato slices into now the actual fry-like shapes. Remember, you can still use a potato cutter which slices them into finer shapes. Then transfer all your potatoes into a bowl or a sufuria that has water and soak your chips for about 2 to 3 minutes to remove some excess starch that is contained in potatoes. So at this step, the procedure so far is the same for both methods. Next, I'm going to show you how to now go into each method separately. So let's begin with method 1. Once your potatoes have soaked and excess starch has been removed, we're going to dry them using a kitchen cloth to remove the excess water that might have remained after draining off the soaking water. Next, we're going to transfer all our potato chips into a deep fryer or a cooking pan that has oil already heated up, and let it fry until the potatoes are well cooked and crunchy. Once all our potatoes are well fried and ready for eating, we're going to remove them and serve by seasoning them with salt or any of your favorite seasonings, and also some sauces, be it tomato sauce, some hot and sweet sauce, or any other seasoning that you prefer. Next, we're going to go into a second method. Over here, once you soak up your potatoes as I showed you previously, we're going to use boiled water, add in some salt, then add in our potato chips and let them cook for just 2 to 3 minutes, a maximum of 3 minutes. You don't want to have soggy potato chips at the end of it all. Next, we're going to drain off the excess water after cooking the fries for 2 to 3 minutes, then transfer everything into a bowl with a tight lid or a container or a Ziploc bag and store it in the freezer for just 1 hour And then next we're going to begin cooking our fries. After 1 hour, remove the potatoes from your freezer and deep fry them either in your cooking pan or in a deep fryer until they are partially cooked. Then remove your partially cooked fries from the deep fryer or cooking pan. Then store them again in a tight lid container in your freezer for 30 minutes. Afterwards, remove them and fry them until they are well cooked and crunchy. Serve and season them with your favorite